Hello guys, Robert1 and Charmander here, and welcome to the Future of Yu-Gi-Oh!, a segment on my channel where we talk about cards that are coming out in the future of the game, and basically look at them, discuss them, and see if they're any good. Now, as you can see on the screen, we've got Spectre, the character from Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains that is the counterpart to the Earth Ignista, the Earth Ignista, or Ignis as you would call it in the anime. And in today's video, we're going to be looking at his archetype that has actually been released into the game. It is going to be in the Selection Box 10, the stuff that has the new Shadow support and Level support. And honestly, I'm kind of hoping that this is going to look good because in the anime, this deck was really interesting how it relied on the big tree and then made tons of little warrior monsters, warrior plant monsters. They look like warrior monsters, but they're plant monsters. And in all honesty, I'm kind of hoping that this deck is good and does something interesting in the game and is actually just a better deck than the decks that we have currently right now, because we are in a very heavy just negation go first format. So I'm hoping this is something that can play more towards maybe the going second aspect, or just in general go first and, like, you know, not have to rely on infinite negates. But yeah, let's go ahead and look at this archetype because I'm kind of curious to see what it does. So starting off, we have Sunseed Genius Loci. This is just a normal monster as it is in the anime. It's the plant, it's like the seed, it's supposed to be the seed for the big tree. And it is a 0 attack, 600 defense. Alright, Vine Maiden. Level 1 Earth Plant Effect monster, 0 attack, 0 defense. When your opponent activates a card or effect that targets a plant monster, you control that was special summoned from the extra deck. Quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, negate that effect. You see, I'm not too fond of things that say target, because this can only prevent a target, and not everything in the game targets now, so it's just like, well, sure, it can negate something, but if it's not an imperm or an effect veiler, it's not really going to be doing much. But this effect can be very useful if you look at it in different lights, such as if your opponent activates the imperm or the effect veiler or anything that would really target you. But at the same time, targets aren't that great, and there's not a lot of things that do target in the game, so I don't really see this card being amazing, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all, so pretty cool, pretty cool. Second effect there, your opponent cannot target Sun Avalon and Sunvine spell trap cards you control with card effects. Alright, that's pretty good, because a lot of spell and trap destruction in the game does target, unless your opponent has like Harpy's Feather Duster or Lightning Storm. 9 times out of 10 they're going to be targeting things to get rid of them, so this is pretty good. Like, that effect is pretty good on this card. I do like that effect, but at the same time I just see this effect and I'm like, it's pretty good, but I wish it was just like, if your opponent activates an effect and you control a plant monster, negate that effect. But hey, that would be a bit too broken, I can admit. But you see, I just really want it to be something like that. Ah well. Sunseed Shadow though. Level 1 Earth Plant Effect monster, 0 attack, 400 defense. You can only use the first and second effect once per turn. And its first effect is, if you control a normal plant monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. So you control this seed right here, you get to summon a vine. Yeah. Its second effect though, you can banish this card from the graveyard, then target one of your linked, link 2 or lower Sun Avalon or Sunvine monsters. You cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except plant monsters. Also, special summon one monster with the same name from your extra deck, but its effects are negated. Huh. So, I have a linked monster, and I just get to target a link 2 or lower by banishing this in... Well, I just get to banish this from the graveyard, target a link 2 or lower, and then summon another copy of it from the extra deck to a zone of link monster points to. Okay. I like that. I like that. I do like that a lot, because that's just like a free extra link monster, which is really cool. So that's nice. Sunseed Twin. Aw, they look like little sprites. I like it. Level 2 Earth Plant Effect monster, 0 attack, 800 defense. All of these have 0 attack, but I believe that's how they were in the anime as well, so understandable. If this card is normal special summoned and you control a Sun Avalon Link monster, you can target one level 4 or lower plant normal monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Really relying on Sunseed Genius Loci. I can see this actually being reliant on stuff like Unexpected Die as well, thinking about it, so pretty cool. Second effect though, you can banish this card from your graveyard and one link monster you control. If there are 2 or more plant link monsters with the same name in your graveyard, special summon one of them. So, you banish this from your graveyard and one link monster you control on the board, and if you've got 2 or more links in the graveyard with the same name, you just special summon one of them. I don't like that. I personally don't think that is a good effect, but hey, I guess it could potentially have impact in this deck depending on what the deck is, but I don't really like that. Alright, so this is the big tree. This is the thing that protected Spectre when he was a child. Sun Avalon Dreus, Link 1 Earth Plant Effect Monster, 0 attack, arrow bottom, 1 level 4 or lower plant monster. First effect, if this card is link summoned to an extra monster zone by using Sunseed Genius Locus as material, you can add 1 Sun Avalon spell or trap from your deck to your hand. So basically, you just use normal monster and you get free advantage by searching a card. That's pretty cool. That's a +1. Second effect, cannot be targeted for attacks, but it does not prevent your opponent from attacking you directly. Ouch. I thought this thing was supposed to protect us, not let our opponent hit us. Okay, did not want to click on that. Third effect, once per turn, if you take battle damage or effect damage, you gain an equal amount of life points, and if you do, special one Sun Avalon monster from your extra deck. Okay, that's actually pretty good then. So literally your opponent tries to hurt you, and you just get free advantage from that. That's pretty good. That's pretty cool. Alright, the next stage of the big tree. Sun Avalon Dreades, Link 2 Earth Plant Effect Monster, 0 attack, arrows bottom left and bottom right. 2 plant monsters, including a Sun Avalon Link monster. Alright. Cannot be targeted for attacks, but does not prevent your opponent from attacking directly. Up to twice per turn, if you take battle damage or effect damage, you gain an equal amount of life points, and if you do, special summon 1 Sun Avalon monster from your extra deck. Alright. So this is basically the same as this, but it loses the effect of search if you use the normal monster. Okay. And looking at the final stage of it, Sun Avalon Draenami. I don't know if there's a stage after this. There might be a dead stage. I'm not too sure though. Link 3 Earth Plant Effect Monster. Bottom left, bottom and bottom right. 2+ plant monsters, so it's generic for plants. Cannot be targeted for attacks, but does not prevent your opponent from attacking directly. It has the same effects as the other 2, so this will summon up to 3 times per turn a Sunvine monster from the extra deck. And final effect though, once per turn, when a monster this card points to is targeted for an attack, you can negate that attack, and if you do, move the attack target to another of your main monster zones. So you negate that attack, and if you do, move the attack target to another main monster zone. So pretty much, the monster that's targeted for attack goes to a different monster zone, one of the different 5, and then you just get an extra zone to summon another Sunvine monster into. That's pretty cool. And this is the last zone. This has to be the last form, right? It's a Link 4. I doubt it has a Link 5. Sun Avalon Dry Trentia. 0 attack, bottom... Okay, so we got top, bottom left, bottom right. 2+ link monsters. Okay. So this one's generic just for links. First effect, if this card is link summoned, you can add 1 Sun Avalon spell trap from your deck to your hand. Regains its first effect from its first form. Okay. Okay. Cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects. Also cannot be targeted for attacks, but it does not prevent your opponent from attacking directly. Once per turn, you contribute 1 link monster this card points to. Destroy cards your opponent controls up to the tributed monster's link rating. I like that. That's pretty good. All right. Nice, nice. Just like free destruction by tributing anything. And now we go into the actual Sun Avalon Link monsters. Alright. So, Sunvine Gardener. Link 1 plant effect, 600 attack. Arrow is top. Material is 1 normal plant. And if a Sun Avalon Link if a Sun Avalon Link monster you control leaves the field by card effect, destroy this card. Oy, okay, so if our tree dies, we all die. When an attack is declared involving this card linked to a Sun Avalon Link monster and your opponent's and an opponent's monster, you can activate this effect. Half the battle damage you take from that battle. Okay. So, it's not the best. It's okay, don't get me wrong, but I just don't think it's that great. I don't think that's great. It's okay because it halves the damage that you would be taking, so you can trigger off like the Sun Avalon Link's effects. But I don't know. I just don't think it's that great. Third effect: when this card is destroyed by battle, you can activate this effect. End of the battle phase after the end of the damage step. Wait, what? Wait. When this card is destroyed by battle, you can activate this effect. End the battle phase after the damage step. Okay. Brain just went into shock there, like, wait, what? Okay, so it just ends the battle phase. That's pretty cool. If it dies, it just ends the battle phase. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. Okay. Sunvine Healer. Arrow is top. 1 normal plant monster. If a Sunvine Link monster you control leaves the field, destroy this card. If this card is special summoned, you can target 1 Sun Avalon Link monster on the field and gain life points equal to its attack link rating times 300. I guess it keeps you alive, but I don't really see like a maximum of 1200 life points really mattering in the long run. But not bad. It can have its usefulness. Link. A third effect, when your plant link monster inflicts bad damage to your opponent, you gain 600 life. Okay, so this is just constant life gain within this one. Not bad. Sunvine Thrasher. Now, this is the one in the anime that I personally really liked. I liked the look of this card a lot in the anime. So what does it do in real life? So it has 800 attack, arrow is bottom, material is 1 plant monster, and its first effect is, if a Sun Avalon Link monster you control leaves the field, destroy this card, as does all the other ones. If this card is special summoned, you can target 1 Sun Avalon monster on the field. This card gains attack equal to its link rating times 800. Target big tree goes up to about maximum 4k if you target link 4. Third effect: when this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can special summon that monster to your zone as a link, to a zone a link monster points to, but its effects are negated. So, So, pretty much what this does is, it destroys opponent's card, and then you just get to summon that card to your board, to a zone your link monster points to. Pretty cool. I'm not against that. That's actually really nice. It gets a big boost. It can summon opponent's monsters. I have no qualms with that effect whatsoever. It's pretty cool. So, another spell, a continuous spell. The first spell, Sunvine Shrine. You can activate this card by sending 1 card from your hand to the graveyard while you control a Sun Avalon Link monster. Okay, very specific activation requirement. First effect, you cannot special monsters from the extract except plant monsters. Alright. Once per turn, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower plant normal monster from your graveyard. Kind of useful, very useful. Third effect, once per turn during your opponent's end phase, you can send this face-up card to the graveyard, then target 1 continuous trap in your graveyard, set it to your spell and trap card zone. So, I'm guessing you send the trap from your hand to the graveyard, and then you just switch between these two constantly? A trap and this spell? I'm guessing... it makes sense, and, like, the final card here is a continuous trap. Sun Avalon Bloom. Continuous trap. You can only activate 1 card with this card's name once per turn. When this card is activated, if you control a Link 4 or higher plant Link monster, you can negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent currently controls. Nice. Nice. And I like how it says higher, so if we ever get a Link 5 plant monster, we can just use that Link 5 plant with this, so that's pretty cool. If your plant monster battles during the damage calculation, you can make its gain attack equal to the total attack of all monsters it points to until the end of this turn. So, what I'm getting here is you make Link 4 or Link 3. You want Link 4 potentially just to negate opponent's effects, and then this card just boosts your Link monster up by at least, I don't know, from the looks of it, it would be at least around maybe, at most 2400, at least 1800, I suppose. Like, that's what I'm getting at here. But looking at this deck now, seeing as we've looked at every single card in this deck, my personal thoughts on this deck is, it's okay. It's not amazing. It's decent. It's got a lot of things going with it. Like, all the link monsters are really cool and different. Like, you got this one that boosts boosts life points. You've got this one that just boosts attack and also gains gains monsters from opponent. You've got this one that halves damage so you can, you know, survive longer. And then you got like the big tree link monster that, like, this one just says, oh, I'm gonna kill tons of stuff. I can never be attacked, and also I search. This one does the same thing, but it just changes monster zones. This one just summons from extra deck as well and can't be attacked. And then this one just searches a spell and trap. But, like, I'm looking at this deck thinking, okay, Spectre's deck in the anime. This kind of checks out towards the Spectres deck in the anime. And I really do like how they went with a lot of the original theme of it. Because, like, originally it was meant to be the big tree, protects people, and also summons out things from the tree, such as, like, your Gardener, your Healer, and definitely Thrasher. Thrasher was the one that I constantly remember from the anime, and I can't get him out of my head because he's just, like, the coolest one in the archetype. Like, he's basically an elf. He's an elf with a giant sword, and I like that. But looking at this deck, Sun Avalon, I'm looking at it, thinking about it, and honestly, I see it, and I think it's a really decent archetype. Do I think it's a top-tier meta contender? No, it's not near that. It doesn't have enough for it to be that, and that is kind of a shame, but nonetheless, it is pretty cool. But honestly, it's a really interesting deck. I think it does have cool potential for like maybe a tier 2 strategy if you can get it to work the right way with all the different plants supporting the game. But honestly, guys, this is just my thoughts though. The deck is very interesting. I do love the look of it, like especially like the Link 4 here, like giant vines attacking, blossomed everywhere, and then you've got like Thrasher that's just a really cool monster and like an elf. And it's just like you've got even this continuous spell that just says, oh, I'm going to keep special summoning my level 4 plant monster, my level 4 normal plant monster, and keep going from there. But guys, I really can't wait to see what happens with this deck. I might make a few builds of it and try to see if I can make it work. But guys, that's just my thoughts on it though. Tell me what your thoughts are on the Sunvine, Sun Avalon deck in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on it. It's a really interesting archetype, and I really did like it because it was like Spectre. As a child, he was he was mothered by a tree essentially, and this is what kind of came from this deck. So yeah. Guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what your thoughts are of this deck in the comments section below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Robert1 signing out. Can't wait to see what we can do with this deck, guys. Later all.